What's up? It's Keith Kelfis. I'm making this video real quick to let you know that I have a new book coming out soon. It's done. The book is called Your First Year in the Landscaping Business. I've wanted to write this book forever, so I spent the last few months putting it together. It's just an in-depth analysis and no BS type of like bulldog determined straight up savage book about starting a landscaping business with nothing and then getting it off the ground and learning how to not let people walk on you and learning how to just guard your territory and how to watch your back and how the book is not only going to be an ebook, it's a paperback book too. I'm waiting right now for the actual physical book to come back from the printer so I can, this ain't the book, this is a different book, so I can, look it over and make sure everything's right. So it's a long process launching a book. I've had a lot of you guys ask me, when are you going to come out with a new book? Well, here it is, my third book. I'm actually writing my fourth book right now too, which I like to write books in the winter. I love doing this stuff. But this is where my heart is at. I love the process I went through of being stuck in a dead-end jobs for 15 years, all those dead-end jobs, of being able to get my own landscaping and lawn care business off the ground. Within 6 weeks, I replaced my income and left my stupid-ass job, and then was full-time in my business, and I was a living hell. It was very hard. You guys know this. I've been in the business for a while. But I felt angry. I felt spiteful, revengeful, vindictive. I felt like, why did I allow myself to go through all that abuse for all those years? It's because the part of my brain hadn't unlocked. I was forced into starting my own landscaping business because I couldn't even make enough money to pay the bills. Every time I went into debt, the debt just went on the debt pile, and I went deeper and deeper in debt because I didn't even make enough money to pay off the debt. That's what I hate about a dead-end job. If you don't have the money to go to college and get a degree or a nice white-collar job, or at least a super high-paying blue-collar job, some of us are forced into starting our own service business. We buck it, and we hate it, and like, dude, I didn't necessarily want to be a landscaper, right? But there's something that's so beautiful about being your own boss. But there's something, it's a double-edged sword, man. But this book talks about there's a certain point once you go through all these scenarios and situations and working your guts out. You've been in so many scenarios and situations. You lost money on jobs, you've worked for free, you've made mistakes on materials, you've done stupid stuff. You start to learn this game and this process, and you learn that backing down is not going to save you. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. So you start to develop this thing called the warrior mentality. It's where, come hell or high water, you're going to succeed no matter what. You learn how to cut your losses and work quickly. When you make a mistake on a job or you lose money, you just cut it, boom, get to the next thing and keep making money. If a customer rips you off for a few $100, instead of crying about it and talking about it to everybody you know for the next 6 weeks, you just, just send them another invoice. If they don't pay, you're literally losing thousands of dollars because you could literally just go to the next customers and keep making money. You learn all these things that you weren't taught in your dead-end jobs or taught from people who aren't entrepreneurs. You learn how to pull the emotional, I can't even talk straight today. You learn how to pull the emotions out of it and how to just say, that's business. Like my wife has her own Amazon business, right? She was so upset the other day because something that, I don't even know what it was, but it was important, and it was important to her. But I was telling her, I was like, yeah, that happens when you're in business. And I was being nice and supportive, but I was also trying to get the point across, is because it's interesting to see her go through all the stuff I went through, and now you can see it in hindsight. I said to her, listen, the sooner that you can just cut your losses on that little thing that happened, just let it go and focus back on what's making you money right now, is the quicker you can move forward. We get stuck I'm not singling her out. This was me. This is everybody. There's this amazing book by Spencer Johnson. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? It's incredible. It's like you put a mouse in like a maze, and you put a little piece of cheese in one corner. When the mouse eats the cheese, when the cheese is gone, the mouse leaves that corner and goes and looks for more cheese. But when you put a human being in a maze, when the cheese is gone, they sit there banging their head against the wall saying, "Where's the cheese? The cheese is gone. There's no more cheese." And they have this like breakdown. Like we have this weird thing in our heads where I think we're entitled or something. I don't know. But back to the point, man. The book is done. We're in publishing right now. I'm finishing building the website right now as we speak. There's going to be an ebook, audiobook. There's also in the near future going to be a paperback book that you can actually get a physical copy of this book delivered to your house, but that's not for some time. And then there's other stuff, but I can't tell you. All I can tell you right now is click the link in the description below this. Why can't I talk today? I know I can't talk because I'm trying to do so many freaking things at once that I'm tripping over myself, man. It's just crazy. Click the link in the description below this video to get on a waiting list for when this new book comes out. And then I'm going to send you emails, and I'm going to make videos and everything, and I'm going to say, go buy the book, buy the book, buy the book. I promise you're going to love the book. I'm pricing it low so anybody can get their hands on it. There's one part I love about this book. I wrote an entire chapter, the story of my dump trailer. Like, who wants to listen to that? I'll tell you. I tell this story about how I didn't want to buy a dump trailer because I didn't want to spend the money because I was afraid that I wouldn't get an ROI on it. So I kept putting all the crap in the back of my pickup truck, all the debris, and then driving to the dump site and then shoveling it off by hand. So I tell the story of how I paid this dump trailer off in 22 days and how it just changed a lot of things. And there's a very specific juice in that story when you get the audiobook version. I want you to get the book. If you're just getting started in your landscaping business, or you've been in your business 1, 2 years, maybe 3 years, or maybe you just like my stories, you got to get this book. So click the link in the description below, and I'm going to get your name and your email. That's my evil plan. So I'm going to sell this book to you, and you're going to love it, dude. You're going to love it. And I'm going to run into you at a live event. I listened to your book, Kelfish. It was amazing. I loved it. There was a couple misspellings in it, Kelfis. Loser. Loser! Listen, man. It's not about that. It's about, you gotta do what makes you happy. You gotta, what are you doing, huh? Do that. Somebody says that you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. How come you don't have this by now? How come you don't have that? Dude, screw them. Tell them to go look in the mirror and go do their thing, and you'll do your thing. You know? Like, maybe I like cutting grass. Maybe I like trimming shrubs. Maybe I like my landscaping business. Maybe I like working outside and taking care of customers and getting paid to work out and get a tan. Maybe I like making YouTube videos. Like, I just think that, man, you got to do in life what makes you happy. Because at the end of the road, if you were always going along to get along, you'll see where that gets you. And it gets you in a very unhappy place. And so, I don't know. I'm just being me. I'm going off course here. I'll see you. Click the link below. Later.